Thank you, Sugan. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Hello, everyone. In September 2004, my eldest brother, turned 35. And he was unusually happy, saying, this is a special day. Surprised by his joy, because he's not the type of person that he celebrates his birthday or get excited, he said, being 35 means that restriction imposed on the freedom of movement on Gazans will be lifted, will be removed, so I can now travel through Rafah Gate and see the world. I said, yeah, that must be a special day. Now, while eating the cake and drinking the tea, I said to my brother, what's your wish on your birthday? He paused for a second and he said, I wish to be now 45 years old. I wish that I could close my eyes and I am 45. I said, why is that? He said, because at this point of time, the Israeli age restrictions on age will be removed, and then I will be able to visit Jerusalem and pray at Al-Aqsa Mosque, the third holiest shrines for Muslims. Now, 11 years after my brother turned 35, and 1.5 years after my brother turned 45, he's no more able to get out of Gaza Strip, neither to go to Jerusalem, to pray at Al-Aqsa, or go to Egypt, or go or visit any part of the world. The rule of the game here is submission. The rule of the game is denial of basic rights. The right to move, the right to travel, the right to pray, the right to visit, unfortunately. Thank you so much for each and every one of you for coming to Al-Quds International Day to express the support for the Palestinians' legitimate rights and to express solidarity with the city of Jerusalem, to protest the Israeli ongoing attacks against Palestinian properties, Palestinian lands, Palestinian culture, Palestinian identity, and Palestinian hopes. The murder of Muhammad Abu Khdeir in July 2014 is only one example. Exactly 2 years from today, it was the 2nd of July 2014, in a dark day, in what was to become the darkest of years, the 16-year-old boy was kidnapped, beaten, and burned alive in a forest outside the city of Jerusalem by Israeli right-wing settlers. This crime, as other assaults on Palestinians, are part and parcel of a larger structural assault in the very heart of Palestinian social, economic, political, academic, and cultural life. We gather here today to protest the ongoing Israeli colonization of Palestine in general, and the Judaization of the holy city of Jerusalem in particular. In recent years, Israel has been intensifying its Judaization of the city, refusing to grant building permits to Palestinian Jerusalemites, to force them to leave, stripping them of their residence status under any excuses, isolating Jerusalem from the rest of the West Bank, restricting the numbers and ages of Palestinians allowed to pray at Al-Aqsa Mosque, evicting Palestinian residents of Jerusalem and demolishing their homes, a form of collective punishment that is condemned and considered a war crime under the Geneva Conventions. Today, there are more than 500,000 Israeli illegal settlers live in West Bank, in the 23rd illegal colonies built since 1967. Today, there are more than 250,000 illegal Jewish settlers live in Jewish-only colonies in Jerusalem, defying international law and international convention. In 2013 alone, and according to the data from the Israeli Central Bureau of Statistics, settlement building in the West Bank increased by 123.7%. I repeat again, the increase was 123.7%. In doing so, Israel aims to change the geography and demography of Jerusalem. A relentless Israeli project that started since the occupation of the city and de jure annexation. While this legal annexation has been rejected by international community as a violation of international law, action has been limited to verbal protests and condemnation. In response to this weak and hypocritical stance of our governments, and as the Israeli crackdown on Palestinian rights increases, it becomes necessary for all of us who care about freedom, equality, and justice to voice our protest. The intensification of oppression and ongoing assault on Palestinians and denial of their rights invites an intensification of a global protest and a global solidarity. It's time for BDS, boycott, divestment and sanction of Israel, until educational, economic, political apartheid is ended, as well as the broader demand that Palestinian rights be granted and respected. It's it's part of our responsibility as free citizens of the world to speak up, to speak out against this oppression in Jerusalem and everywhere, and to demand accountability from Israel and from our own government. Thank you very much for coming to today's rally. Thank you.